Want to hear a magical story? You're in the right place! Welcome to Story Kids. This is the place where stories come alive, full of fun, friends, and imagination. Don't forget to subscribe and join us for the next big adventure.
Once upon a time in a faraway kingdom, there lived a poor young man. He lived with his mom. They were as poor as they could be. They didn't even have enough money to buy food for themselves. The young man had to go out every day and beg for food to eat. The young man said, "But the lady told me not to open it." His mother said, "I know she also told you to close it. You should throw it away." The young man said, "I don't know. I didn't have breakfast and now I'm very hungry." The fish said, "Okay, I will give you some food and then we will talk about your wish." The fish took the young man to a cave. Inside the cave were piles and piles of delicious food. There were golden plates and cups made of pure gold. There were fruits, vegetables, meats, and sweets, everything one could ever wish for. The young man and the fish feasted for hours. The young man was very sad, but he threw the pot in the river. The fish refused to eat and instead asked the young man to bring a cup of water from the river. "You have broken the curse and saved my life. As a token of my gratitude, I will marry you." The young man couldn't believe his luck. He was just a poor beggar and he was going to marry a princess. The young man brought the cup of water and the fish drank some water from it and poof, it turned into a beautiful princess. The king and the queen were very happy and gave them their blessings. The wedding was celebrated for 14 days. Everyone in the kingdom was invited. They ruled the kingdom together and everyone lived happily ever after. There were feasts, dances, and games. It was the biggest celebration in the history of the kingdom. She was the most beautiful girl the young man had ever seen. One day while begging, he saw an old woman sitting on a nearby tree. He went up to her and asked, "Kind lady, may I have some food?" The old woman looked at him and said, "You want food?" Suddenly, a beautiful golden fish jumped out of the river and said, "Hey, you, why did you throw away my pot?" The young man was very scared. He explained everything to the fish. The fish said, "Don't worry, I won't eat you. Your mother is right. I am a terrible stench. So it's better that you stay away from me. But let me give you a chance. If you can stand my stench for one night, then I will grant you a wish." The young man thought for a moment. He was very poor and he had no wish for himself. But he remembered his mother and her wish to have food to eat. So the young man said, "I would like to ask a wish for myself, but my mom hasn't eaten for days. Please grant her wish." The golden fish said, "Very well, I will grant both your wishes." Saying that, the fish dived into the river and disappeared. "I can give you food, but do you know how to answer my question correctly?" The young man said, "I don't know what your question is, but I promise I will answer it correctly." The old woman said, "Very well, I will give you food and also give you a golden pot. But you must not open this pot under any circumstances." The young man thanked the old woman and ran home happily. When his mother opened the pot, a horrible stench came out. His mother said, "What did you bring? This stinks. Throw it away." As soon as the golden pot touched the water, it disappeared. The next morning, the fish came out of the water and asked the young man, "How long can you stand my smell?" When the young man was done eating, he remembered his mother and offered the fish some food. The princess said, "I am the princess of this kingdom, but I was cursed by an evil witch, and that's why I was living as a fish." They went to the castle and told the king and the queen about their marriage. The young man and the princess lived happily ever after. The end.
Thank you for watching, little dreamers. We hope you love the story as much as we loved sharing it with you. If you enjoyed the adventure, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel so you never miss a magical bedtime story. And leave a comment to tell us what your favorite part was. Sweet dreams, and we'll see you next time for another magical tale. Good night.